out with the kids.
It appears to me that they're all right. Andy Warhol once said in the future, everyone will have 15 minutes of fame. Well, thanks to TikTok, that may very well become a grim reality. And there's no better way of becoming famous for a few brief nanoseconds in the microcosm that is the internet realm before you become a parody of yourself later on in your content creation, quotation marks, career.
Noodle. All right, we got it exactly. We got to eat the rich, exactly.
Then TikTok. TikTok, much like Twitter, is a breeding ground for the thoughts and machinations of the mentally tweaked. Before in the golden age of the internet, we weren't exposed to other people's ridiculous lives and ideas. We were like summer children, typing in the word sex and finding nude photos and giggling to ourselves thinking, wow, this is as good as it can get. This person's life is probably the funniest thing I've ever kept up with. It's like Nick Avocado, but without all the crying and the manipulation. As I've said before, Dylan is living Dylan's best life, despite the fact that all of LA is turning into a goddamn wasteland of social, emotional, and criminal debauchery. Dylan's just fine.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, we come to the part of the program which is always my favorite because it means something.
This video is sponsored by Morning Brew. What was your morning like before Morning Brew? Aimlessly browsing social media? I don't know about you, but I look at Twitter and watch the world burn. And I avoid ex-girlfriends on Instagram in my DMs. Morning Brew is a free daily newsletter delivered to you 7 days a week. Gets you up to speed on finance, business, and tech within 5 minutes. Leaving you with more free time to wallow in self-pity and doubt. That's my personal favorite. Normal news is dry, boring, and lacking in delicious memes. Morning Brew is witty, relevant, and informative. There is no reason not to subscribe to Morning Brew if you're interested in business, finance, or tech. Completely free and takes less than 15 seconds to subscribe. Click the link in the description to subscribe to Morning Brew today. The hyper-progressives have shown that they are willing to eat their own. They've even come for my dear Dylan.
Day 8 of being a girl, and I've gotten some messages that are saying that I need to be calling myself a woman and not a girl.
Hold on, I need to stop this for a moment. I'm barely 6 seconds in. There's 8 days of Dylan being a girl and I missed 7? I gotta go back to Dylan's TikTok. There's a new journey for me to go on. This is my Lord of the Rings. All right, Nerdrotic and the rest, they're all talking to you about Tolkien. I'm following Dylan on they-them's journey into womanhood, which is confusing. As I've said before, Dylan was originally a gay man. Then Dylan was queer. Then Dylan was, I think, non-binary. Then Dylan became trans, but then it whipped back to non-binary. But now Dylan is on a journey into womanhood. See how confusing this is? It worries me about having children. Because how the hell could you keep up with this? Probably why a lot of fathers drink.
And I didn't even know that some women were offended by being called girls, so that's really good to know. But for me, the word girl feels great because I never got to be one growing up. And it feels very able to make mistakes and growing and changing and evolving, whereas the word woman feels very strong and confident and powerful.
Is Dylan still attracted to women, or is that over?
To see you get a woman pregnant. And I said, oh, no, she would be getting me pregnant. And that still intimidates me a little bit. So I'm going to keep calling myself a girl. Hope that's okay. Love ya.
Who wants to be a girl? But then I guess there's a point to that. If you're a girl, wait, women fuck up all the time. What is Dylan talking about? What is Dylan talking about? Do you know how many adult females I know that are literally 30 and they act like they're kids? So Dylan isn't far off, but I support Dylan. My last ex-girlfriend acted like this. She would say that all the time. She was 30. You don't understand. I'm a girl. Like, no, you are not. You are a woman. No. It's just like, oh my God. But then again, if you're gay, then you're dealing with Dylan, so you don't escape the same shit. Sometimes you just find out, like, although the sexuality may change, the hassles are still the same. Stu, could you imagine being Dylan's parents? My short time studying Dylanism, the sexuality has changed, the gender has changed. I'm not sure if Dylan's still attracted to women or not. And now Dylan's a girl, but not a woman, but in an adult's body, but still a girl, because girls are allowed to make mistakes and women are powerful. Dylan really doesn't know women. That just proves he's gay as hell. Can't say that.
He's a monster.
Then they're like, oh, you misgendered. But then again, if you misgender people, you could literally go, I don't know anyone's gender. I'm not a biologist. If it works for a Supreme Court judge, it should work for you.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the
biologist.
meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Recently, Florida passed a bill that's been called the Don't Say Gay Act. From glancing over it briefly, it appears to be something that prohibits teachers from talking to students from kindergarten up to 6th grade about sexuality and gender dynamic. I don't know what the hell they call it these days. You know, when everybody's got a million genders and whatnot, which admittedly makes sense. I don't think you should be talking to kindergartners about transitioning. These children don't even understand how to tie their shoes. That's why they get to wear little Velcro shoes sometimes. The complexity of the ever-changing gender diversity world we now live in is far too advanced for people who are just learning how to understand the concept of nap time and graham crackers with milk. Call me crazy.
He's a monster.
But that's just how I felt. Well, anyway, this is obviously terrible for people on TikTok in a first world country. So while other countries are being invaded by foreign powers, don't worry. The Americans are fighting for what really matters. Saying gay 100 times on TikTok. To own the bigots.
All right, people, say it with me. Gay! Come on, you can do better than that. When I say gay, you say gay. Gay! Gay! Gay, 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 gay.
You might be sitting here and going, what the hell is going on here, Gundam? And I'll explain it to you. Due to the legislation in Florida, which is enacted to protect parents and students or children, basically kindergarten and 3rd grade, you can't tell them or talk to them about transitioning. And if you do talk to people's kids about transitioning and stuff like that, you're now legally required to consult the parent first rather than doing what the hell you want. Sounds reasonable to me. But anyway, most people don't bother to read, including me. So they basically see the Don't Say Gay bill and they figured that you're not allowed to say gay. So now in protest of thinking you're not supposed to say gay, they're running around and saying gay. Like it does something or offends anyone. Nobody cares. They're also saying billboards. So the core of this video is just to say gay, to stick it to the bigots. That's it. My question is, how the hell you have this much free time in your day to just, frolic and play in your fucking living room as an adult? Singing a gay song. Gay, 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 gay. I got bills. Bills.
I'm gay.
Okay, let it go, man. Remember, Mama Susan gets mad when you get real.
I think this will make people, if you're not homophobic, it could make you.
Have you ever asked someone a stupid question? Me being multicultural, I have oftentimes had to deal with that sort of crap. Where white women go, what are you? Which is just a question as to what is my nationality because you can't pinpoint it. My skin is a golden brown, but my hair is long and black. This can be confusing. I don't take offense. It's life. People ask questions. Well, apparently, if you've ever asked a question to someone that you weren't sure what their race was, or if you just wanted to know how they got those curls, baby, you're a bigot.
Hi, colleagues. Tracy Daniels here. Have you ever said to someone, you are so articulate? Or, how do you get your hair to do that curl thing?
I don't feel anyone going, "You're so articulate," is a racial microaggression. Let's face it, honest to God. If you ever lived in the hood, you're not going to come across someone talking like Oscar goddamn Wilde. And if you do, you're surprised, because that's not how the dialect is in the hood. Or maybe you come across someone that's verbally dexterous, and Lord knows the average reading ability of an American child is just dwindling by the day. They can't read through a book unless it's the gay BCs. So point being, maybe you just came across someone that was articulate and you're like, "My God, I've never heard these words before."
You've committed a racial microaggression. And these are harmful, hurtful statements against people of color. You may not even realize how harmful these statements are, so you definitely want to check why you're making these statements in the first place.
No, they're not harmful. No, they're not hurtful. I'm a person of color. This is stupid. It's genuinely stupid.
And so a lot of people are guilty of committing racial microaggressions, and it really is time for it to stop.
You know what needs to stop? People being coddled. Everyone's an adult. Racial microaggressions is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. It's ridiculous. You are a full-grown human being. If you can't even handle someone misgendering you or calling you the wrong race or something, you got the problem. People have to categorize. They got to figure things out. That's why we have things on boxes. Little warning labels. Even though this looks like a really cool color green, don't drink it, it's poison. You need the label.